Okay, so most of these are not going to be actual photos, but more of like that chibi decorating game I do. Wow. Dress up game, which is called Black Lollipop. It's just a dress up game, and it's mostly what these images are going to be, and then some of them are going to be drawings, but I can add in some pictures I have, but they're mostly going to be of me, just because you guys don't really actually need to know what my boyfriend actually looks like. And just for privacy reasons, obviously I'm not gonna be like, hey yo, we're dating for like 6 months now, I'm gonna put you on YouTube. That'd be silly, but no, I'm not going to do that. This is actually one of his art pieces. And basically, I met him through a friend. I was at her birthday, and she basically set us up. And we've been dating for 6 months now. Going good. We both like anime, we both like to draw. You know, typical stuff. And we're happy. That's all that really matters. But let's get to the part you actually want to see, which is probably drawings and other things about it. So this is a drawing that I did of us holding hands. It was for a class project, and you can probably find it somewhere on my Instagram if you're really curious. I'll go through paintings another day, but for now, here's a little, just like a drawing I did of it, just quickly. And yep, it's just us holding hands. Obviously, his is the one with the hair ties on it, actually. Not my hand, that's his hand. Here is a picture of me wearing one of his shirts. It was kind of hot, so I rolled it up into like a crop top shape. And that's really it. I have 2 of his shirts. I want to steal more of them, but not yet. Gotta be more patient about it. So when we first met, he had a bit of longer hair. And he really likes cats. He used to have a few cats. Doesn't anymore, sadly, but this is basically what he looks like. This is all you really need to know. Here is one picture from prom when he got my corsage. It was so cute because he was like holding the box and then he was like, how do I put this on you? It was so cute. Just so you know, these are not in any like proper order. I drew this for Valentine's Day. And I confessed to him a little bit before Valentine's Day. So, before I confessed to him, I did ask if he wanted to be my Valentine with a cute, like, love letter looking drawing. And on the other side, it said, will you be my Valentine? And after I asked him out, which was like a few days after I asked him that, I added the hearts and stuff. And I put love wins. Because it really went, it was like around like 10 o'clock. And I was messaging him on Discord because that's what I gave him through my friend. And I was like, I think I'm falling for you. And I was like, do you feel the same way? And I had to wait like 20 to 30 minutes. I was like, I'm going to die. I waited like 20 minutes. And he's like, yeah, heart emoji. And I'm like, oh, thank goodness. It's so funny. Because looking back at old texts, I was like, bruh, it was so obvious we liked each other. We would just send each other hearts. And I was like, how am I this stupid? I literally feared rejection when there's like no way I was going to be rejected. It's so funny. I'm just gonna get this one over with. I'm gonna show you a drawing here soon. Basically, my friend drew my boyfriend in a maid outfit. And I was like, I bet he would wear one for me. And so her boyfriend was like, if he says yes, then we'll both wear maid outfits. So I texted him, I was like, would you wear a maid outfit for me? And he was like, sure. And now his friend is so mad at him. Every time I bring it up, he's like, I freaking hate you. Why would you say yes? I don't know when it's gonna happen, but eventually. And when it does, I'll be very happy because I think it's hilarious. And I've decided that he has to wear a pink one because he likes the color pink. Like, I don't really care about anything else. The main color has to be pink. I just think it's so funny. So down here at the bottom is a little drawing my friend did of him that I sent to him, and I was like, look at what Maddie did. And I was like, would you wear a maid outfit for me? And then this is just, I started drawing him in anime style, but I gave up. Oh, did you want to read these little words I wrote? Because I don't really know if you want to, but you can if you really want to. He also hates the nickname kitten. I tried. He doesn't like it. He was like, stop. This is the one before the anime one. I tried to draw just like chibi, rough drawing. And the little flowers around it. Little Meow Meow hoodie. Little Meow Meow is a reference to Suga from BTS, just so you know. That's what I'm referencing when I say Little Meow Meow. So remember how I said we both like anime, right? Yeah, he likes Shikamaru, mostly from Naruto. He's also really into Dragon Ball, and he got a Shikamaru tattoo. I'll never forget the few days after he got this tattoo, we hung out, and we were watching an anime, and I accidentally rested against his tattooed arm. I felt so bad. I was like, I'm sorry. Because I laid on his arm on accident. Oh, but the tattoo looks really nice. Oh, this isn't his only tattoo. He has like, two others? I don't remember. But he has a couple more. I don't really have those photos saved. I'm just sorry. One of them is a Batman symbol because he had a cat named Batman, which is so cute. There you go. A little something for you guys. My love life. You're welcome. Here's some more little chibi design thingies. And of course I have one to match. Jeremy's actually a natural redhead, but he dyes his hair blonde. Just so you know. This is kind of like a Demon Slayer kind of type one. You see what I mean? And as you see, I am obviously the demon. I quite like it. I think it looks really nice. This is a picture after prom. I stayed the night at my cousin's afterwards because all my stuff was there. And my boyfriend got me a Naruto hoodie and that plushie, which I don't really know what it is. I want to say it's like a dinosaur with like a rainbow afro, but I have no clue. Anyways, he named it Mr. Miyagi, so that's what it's called. And for prom, my hair was curled, so it kind of is a mess because I just woke up the next day after. That's what this picture is. And then this is me during prom. I think I look quite snazzy, like, kind of flirtatious. Obviously, I have riz, guys. You might not know it, but I know it. My boyfriend has none. He has no riz. It's a very sad thing, but it's okay because I have the riz. Ran a picture before prom because my mom gave me these stickers and I was like, what the fuck? is wrong with you, Mom? And then I gave them to my friends and my boyfriend because I'm crazy. And also some gave to my sister, and she gave some to her friends, and that's crazy, right? Because, like, who the heck would do that? Anyways, it's obviously just saliva, guys. It's obviously just saliva or blood. Anyways, this is the one I have, and it's actually on the back of my phone. So, let's go. And then, this is during summertime now, after school has gone out. Some of my friends had graduated. This is my friend Maddie. I proposed to her at her boyfriend's surprise birthday party. And so we got matching rings. I have a quarter machine. I also proposed to my boyfriend. He kept running away, so I had to go, stop. I'm trying to propose to you. And he's like, oh, my bad. And then I was like, get down, Winnie. Will you marry me? And he did dramatic gasp. And then my friend Maddie was like, what's the answer? And he was like, yes. It was so stupid. It's so funny. Here was some of my Minecraft titles before my siblings decided to break Minecraft. The one that's called Gay is actually a world that me and my sister were playing. Oh. I need to tell you. It's not really that important. And just see myself as pan-romantic, which means I technically would date everyone, but I'm demisexual, because I don't really feel sexual attraction all the time, or very much at all. So yeah, just pan-romantic. I date any really gender, really. That's really it. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Just, there you go. This is my boyfriend's drawing of Shikamaru. It looks very pretty. I almost forgot. At one point we did this, which basically his hand was the pink paint one, and then mine was the blue. I was painting over this, for it to be more seeable. And I actually gave him a 6th finger because when he did this, he missed it the first time. And so he decided to keep the really bad one and gave me the really nice looking one, which was way too nice of him, and I felt so bad. I hope I can do this again at some point. So, and then he can have a good one, or do some other kind of like artsy thing maybe. I don't know. So I actually made this today, and this is kind of how prom was like, but it was not romantic. Like, not in a bad way. It was silly. I was mostly in pain because thighs rubbed together and it was uncomfortable, and I was very tired. But my boyfriend was like, come on, let's go dance, and I was like, no, I'm tired. I thought it would be more romantic. And the first slow dance, he actually messed up where the hands go, and my friend came over and yelled at him and corrected the hands, and we call her like the mom of the group, and it's so funny because she was like, no, Jeremy, you idiot. It was so funny. I think my cousin did it too. She was like, Jeremy, you're stupid. But yeah, I thought it was gonna be like kind of romantic, but not, and it was not really that romantic. It was really just kind of funny. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can really show you. He got me another one. Let me change the image so you don't have to keep staring at this. Remember how I say he likes pink? He has a pair of pink sunglasses, and I think it's cute. Okay, what's I gonna say? Frick. So I actually have another plushie that he gave me. It was like a tiger. He got it at like one of those movie theater claw machines, that's what they're called. And it's just a tiger, and he decided to name it Daniel. And I was like, thanks, I'm gonna put it in a box. So I got home and I put it in a box because I don't have enough room to put it anywhere else because I have a lot of different plushies. He also has agreed that if we do get married, he would take my last name because my last name is obviously just the better choice. And I'm not going to say our last names because you don't really need that information. This is just silly information I'm giving you anyways because I think it's funny and I really like him and I need to talk about it, so this seems like a great alternative. Let me think if there's anything else. Oh yeah, you probably want to know, like, if there's age differences. So my sophomore year, he would have been a senior, but he kind of like got held back, so he was there for the first semester of my junior year, but I didn't meet him at school. Anyways, as you know, it's August right now, and if you've seen my other videos, you know my birthday is in September, which I'll be 18, and he is currently 19, because his birthday is in January. So yeah, not a crazy age difference, just 2/1 year difference, depending on when you look at it. Anything else I could talk about? I don't think so. I'm gonna be a senior, and I still don't drive. Rudely interrupted. Oh yeah, I still haven't learned to drive because my eye's broken, and I just, road's scary. Anyways, I kind of want to get him to grow his hair out, but I don't know if he will. I'm gonna try and get him to do it again. Also to dye some of his hair pink again, because we got him to do it. But, he didn't let it sit long enough, so it didn't stain it very well. And it was a very light color, and his hair's blonde right now because he dyed it. He needs to dye it blonde again anyways, because he's starting to become, like, strawberry blonde like me. It's funny. And he also has very pretty blue eyes, by the way. Just so you know. He has actual pretty blue eyes. And I stare at him for too long, he'll just give me a kiss, and I'm like, oh, thank you. It's so silly. He also has a Shikamaru phone case right now, I think. Unless he changed it again. Yeah. And he works in a restaurant, I think, still. I don't know, he keeps changing his job. I say that, he's only changed his job, like, twice. And I'm like, huh? It's silly. This is really just me talking about my lover. And I also write, like, a bunch of love notes and stuff. Especially if he's feeling sad. This is all you have to do. You just write, like, stuff like, oh, I love you, why I love you, you deserve the world, I hate that you're sad, I'll be sad with you, draw some flowers, make some comparisons. I like to call him a bunch of different things. And I call him, one of the things I call him is my blossom. And I call him, like, my flower. And I talk about how he's a blooming flower. And how I'm going to keep him away from the rest of the world. Be like, how do I word this without it sounding super cringy? It sounds better in writing, I swear.